Good evening. There was once a shoemaker who worked very hard and was very honest, but still could not earn enough to live upon. And at last all that he had in the world was gone, save leather for just one more pair of shoes. So he cut the leather out, all ready to make the next day, and meaning to rise early in the morning to his work. His conscience was clear. His heart was light amongst his troubles, so he went peacefully to bed, left all his cares to heaven, and soon fell asleep. In the morning, after he had said his prayers, he sat himself down to his work, where, to his great wonder, there stood the shoes already made on the table. The good man knew not what to say or to think at such an odd happening. He looked upon the workmanship. There was not one false stitch in the whole job. All was so neat and true that they were quite a masterpiece. The same day a customer came in, and the shoe suited him so well he was willing to pay a higher price than usual for. And so the poor shoemaker, with the money, bought leather enough to make 2 shoes. In the evening he cut out the work, went to bed early, so that he may wake up early and begin the next day. But he was saved from all the trouble when he got up in the morning and his work had already done. Soon in came buyers who paid him handsomely for his goods, so that he bought leather enough for 4 pairs. He cut them out again overnight. In the morning he found as before, so it was, went on for some times. What he got ready in the evening was always done by daybreak, and the good man soon became thriving and well off again. One evening, around Christmas time, as he and his wife sat about at the fireside chatting together, he said to her, "I should like to sit up tonight to see who it is that comes and does my work for me." The wife liked that thought, so they left the light burning, hid themselves in the corner of the room behind a curtain, and watched what would happen. As soon as it was midnight, there came in 2 naked dwarfs. They sat themselves down on the shoemaker's bench, took up all the work that was cut up, and began with their tiny fingers to tap and wrap and stitch at such a rate that the shoemaker was all a wonder. He could not take his eyes off them. And they went on until the day was quite done, and the shoes were ready for them upon the table, and they bustled away as quick as lightning. The next day, the wife said to the shoemaker, "These little chaps have made us rich, and we ought to be thankful to them, and do them a good turn if we can. I'm quite sorry to see them run around as they do. Indeed, it's not very decent, for they have nothing upon their backs to keep off the cold. I'll tell you what, I'll make each of them a shirt, and a coat, and a waistcoat, and a pair of trousers into the bargain. You can make them a pair of shoes." The thought pleased the good cobbler, and very much, and in the evening, when all the things were ready, they laid them on the table, instead of the work they cut out, and they went and hid themselves to watch what the little elves would do. About midnight, in they came, dancing and skipping, hopping around the room. They went and sat down as usual, but when they saw the clothes lying for them, they laughed and cackled and seemed merrily delighted. So they dressed themselves in the twinkling of an eye. They danced and capered and sprang about as merry as they could be, till at last they danced out of the door and over the green. The good couple never saw them no more, but everything went well for them from that time forward, as long as they lived. All the best.